Okay, so in collinearity of vectors, we discussed that two vectors are called collinear if they are parallel. Whenever two vectors are parallel, you can write one vector as a scalar multiple of another vector. The same thing we can write it as some number, real number into a bar plus some real number into b bar is equal to 0 bar. But lambda and mu both should not be 0 simultaneously. What is lambda square plus mu square not equal to 0 means? At least one of them should be non-zero, because the only way it can be 0 is when both are 0. So that is another way of saying same thing. Okay, these are the two things we discussed yesterday, and one more thing we discussed is actually the third point, and the second point we discussed is whenever you have xi plus yj plus zk is parallel to li plus mj plus nk, I can write x by l is equal to y by m equal to z by n. The ratios are equal, which also has came from this only. You take this is equal to k times this and compare the coefficients, you will get all these things. Okay. So almost same as this point. Let us say a bar is not parallel to b bar. A bar is not parallel to b bar, but we are able to write lambda a bar plus mu b bar equal to 0 bar only when lambda equal to mu equal to 0. Okay. If something is they are not parallel, we will not be able to find a relationship between them unless lambda is 0, mu is 0. Alright. Okay, this is the point where yesterday I asked this question that xi plus yj is equal to 2i plus 3j. Can we say x equal to 2 and y equal to 3? Yes. If I give x a bar plus y b bar is equal to 2a bar plus 3b bar, can I say x equal to 2 and y equal to 3? No. Yesterday I gave some example. What is the difference between this and this? When you actually bring this one this side, you will write x minus 2 into I, y minus 3 into j is equal to 0. I and j are not parallel. We know that I is along x axis and j is along y axis. But we are able to write one real number into I plus one real number into j equal to 0 bar. How two non-parallel vectors, still we are able to write one number into a bar plus one number into b bar equal to 0. What does it mean? This should be 0 and this should be 0. X must be 2 and y must be 3. Is that point clear, everyone? Okay, so it is not just equating the coefficients here. After learning the concept properly, now you can say equate I coefficients, equate j coefficients. But why is that? Is that some real number into a vector plus another real number into a vector where the vectors are not parallel, you are able to express a linear relationship between them like this. That is only possible when this is 0, this is 0. That is the fourth point. Okay, the application of fourth point is what we are equating. Yeah, the converse may not be true. Okay. Uh, Now coming to this, x a bar plus y b bar equal to a bar plus 3b bar. Can I write x equal to 2 and y equal to 3? Yes, I can write it, provided somebody tells me that a and b are not parallel. Okay. Yesterday I gave you an example, take a bar equal to 3i and b bar equal to 5i. I said you substitute and see, you will realize many combinations of x and y are there. But I gave the example which are parallel vectors. If you take the example of the two vectors which are not parallel, you compare coefficients, you do whatever you want by the proper method, you will get x equal to 2 and y equal to 3. Because if you bring one side, you will get x minus 2 into a bar plus y minus 3 into b bar equal to 0. So a and b are not parallel, but a real number into a bar plus a real number into b bar is 0 is possible only when x is 2 and y is 3. But when a and b are parallel, it is not compulsory that this and this should be 0. There can be many other things. Is everybody clear about this? Okay. So I want all of you to read right now the 4 points in the 20th one. Within 20, the first 4 points, read for yourself. Make sure that you are clear. Okay, let me ask one question. Uh, Here I am not dealing with vectors, I am dealing with position vectors. A bar and B bar and C bar are position vectors of point A, point B and point C. And somebody told me 2A bar minus 5B bar plus 3C bar equal to 0 bar. Just from this, can I prove that points with position vectors A bar, B bar, C bar are collinear? Here collinear means collinear only because I am talking about points. Okay, OA bar is A bar. That's why position vector of A is A bar. OB bar is B bar. Position vector of B is B bar. OC bar is C bar. Position vector of C is C bar. Can I say point capital A, point capital B, point capital C are collinear based on this? In your 2D geometry, how will you prove 3 points are collinear? If I give 2, 3, 5, 7, some 9, 12 or something, how will you prove they are collinear? Okay, area of triangle, so called area of triangle formula should give us 0, and what else? Yeah, slopes are equal, slopes of AB equal to slope of BC. Basically AB and BC are parallel, we will try to prove it. Yes. Okay. The determinant is that area is related only. How will you do this question in 3D geometry? If I give 3 points 1, 2, 3 and 5, 7, 9 and some 9, 12, 13, how will you prove they are collinear? Yeah, DRs should be in the same ratio, DCs are equal. DRs of AB should be proportional to DRs of BC. So in both these methods, you are proving AB is parallel to BC. Yeah. But in vectors, if they give position vector of 3 points, how to prove they are collinear? Yes, forget about this. If somebody gives you OA bar separately, OB separately, OC separately, you can find what is AB bar, you can find what is BC bar. A bar will come something in terms of Ijk, BC bar will come something in terms of Ijk. If you can find this is 3 times this or this is 5 times this, let us somehow somebody got BC bar is 3 by 2 times AB bar. If you are able to write one vector as lambda into another vector, that means they are parallel. So BC is parallel to AB. If BC is parallel to AB, ABC are collinear, isn't it? Yeah. So that is one way. Just from this, I can prove points ABC are collinear in two different ways. One is send this 5B bar that side. 5B bar equal to 2A bar plus 3C bar. Divide with 5 here. B bar equal to 2A bar plus 3C bar by 5. Okay. And this 5, I can write it as 2 plus 3. Now tell me, are you able to see that point A bar, point B, that is points capital A, B, C are collinear? Because this resembles what? Yes. It remembers section formula, not just collinear, I can even tell in what ratio it is dividing. I can tell point A is somewhere here, point C is somewhere here, point B is somewhere here, such a way that B divides AC in the ratio 3:2 internally. That's why 3 times C bar plus 2 times A bar by 3 plus 2 is giving me B bar. Okay. Almost another way to do the same thing is this 5 we can write 2 plus 3. Write 2A bar minus 2B bar plus 2B bar plus 3C bar equal to 0. Okay. Uh, Even though it is, I'm discussing some theory notes, you want to can write it as a question, okay? Maybe you can write if A bar, B bar, C bar are position vectors of points. Okay, in your notes, write this question. If A bar, B bar, C bar are position vectors of points capital A, capital B, and capital C. and 2a bar minus 5b bar plus 3c bar equal to 0. Show that points A, B, C are collinear. Okay, you can write that as a question. If A bar, B bar, C bar are position vectors of points capital A, and capital C, and 2a minus 5b plus 3c equal to 0, 0 bar, show that points A, B, C are collinear. Method 1. Okay, I don't have to give much explanation. You can understand B divides AC in the ratio 3:2. Okay. If I write here minus 5b bar as minus 2b bar and minus 3b bar, from these two I can take 2 common and write a bar minus b bar, send this one that side or send this one that side, anything is okay. 3 times c bar minus b bar is 2 times b bar minus a bar. OC minus OB is BC bar. OB minus OA is AB bar. Okay. So I am able to write one vector as a scalar multiple of other. So I am able to write BC bar as 2/3 of AB bar. Okay. That itself tells you that BC bar is parallel to AB bar. Because BC and AB are parallel, points A, B, C are collinear. Okay, you would have done same thing even in 2D geometry or 3D geometry. What is that? You would have proved BC is parallel to AB. Either slope of BC equal to slope of AB or DRs of BC are in the same ratio as DRs of AB. So same logic here. Okay, so you can do this way or this way. Is everybody clear about this? Okay. Yes, please. Oh, OC minus OB is BC bar. I said, do you remember this, that PQ bar is always position vector of second point minus position vector of first point. OQ minus OP. By simple triangle law, take O here, P here, Q here. OP bar plus PQ bar is OQ bar. Rearrange it, you will get this. Oh, okay. Yeah. I am saying PQ bar is always position vector of second point minus position vector of first point. How? Take OPQ anywhere you want. OP plus PQ is OQ, that is triangle law. Okay, send OP to the other side. Bring this OP here, that is the same thing, right? I think yesterday also when I started the theory, once again I explained it, but it's okay. Yeah, I'm seeing that, but I don't know how to avoid it. If I'm moving it, it's increasing further. Is it better or worse? Better, okay. I think some window, if it's closed, it will come. But anyway, we'll manage today. Tomorrow onwards, we'll be in another place. Okay, now I have to fly between two campuses. You will be in main campus. I have some classes in Shankaramatam campus. Okay, all right. Okay. So anyway, one may say in between the theory, why are you telling this some question? I'm making a point. Okay. Let us see what can we infer. Okay, based on this question, let us see if somebody can answer. 9a bar plus b bar into what number I don't know, plus 4c bar equal to 0 bar. Can you tell me what number should be here? Then I can say ABC are collinear. Any other number I will not be able to say. What is that number? Okay, minus 30. So that I will be able to send that side and divide it with 30 by section formula. Right? Okay. So that is exactly the point. Whenever 3 points, remember they are not vectors, position vectors of the point. If they are collinear, some number into A bar, some number into B bar, some number into C bar equal to 0 bar I can write. You can write any numbers here, but their sum must be 0. Okay? Why their sum must be 0? If you have L here and M here, I should have, let us say I have M here and N here. Okay. Based on my section formula, I know M must be minus L minus N. Then only I can send that side and apply section formula. If M is minus L minus N, if I bring one side, I will get L plus M plus N is 0. Okay. I will write the proper statement and give a proof for it also. Okay. So in the notes, just a point. Okay. The fifth point here in 20th one, fifth one, just write that point as it is. Or let me write it as 2 points. First point. If L plus M plus N equal to 0 and LA bar plus MB bar plus NC bar equal to 0 bar, then points A bar, B bar, C bar, or I should say better word, points with position vectors A bar, B bar, C bar are collinear. Some people may have little confusion about what is vector and what is position vector. Even though I repeat the definition one more time, I think when we do enough questions, we'll get a better clarity. Those have doubt. Okay. So in the beginning, some confusion will be there. So just wait. As we do more questions, we'll get more comfortable. If L plus M plus N is 0 and LA bar plus MB bar plus NC bar is 0 bar, then the points with position vectors ABC are collinear. And the converse of this, if ABC are collinear or points with position vectors, if points A, B, C, when I say points A, B, C means points with position vectors A, B, C are collinear, there exists real numbers L, M, N such that L plus M plus N equal to 0 and LA bar plus MB bar plus NC bar equal to 0. Okay. So if somebody give you this and this, you can prove they are collinear, or if they mention collinear, we can say that definitely there will be some numbers like this where their sum is 0. Okay. For this is a converse statement. I'm going to prove both of them. Proving the first one is very easy. Okay. Proof 1 is very easy. Write LA bar plus MB bar. In the place of N, you write minus L minus N and send that side. LA bar plus MB bar equal to L plus M into C bar, that is C bar is equal to LA bar plus MB bar by L plus M. Okay, so C divides AB in the ratio M is to L. So not only we proved collinear, we are able to find the ratio. Okay. In fact, this is for the first statement, proof 1. I can even tell proof 2. First statement, further proof 1, proof 2. Same like previous question solution only here. Okay. Proof 2 is after this step, we can write L into A bar minus C bar equal to M into C bar minus B bar. That is L into CA bar is equal to M into BC bar, because OA minus OC is CA bar, OC minus OB is BC bar. Okay, from this I can say CA bar is parallel to BC bar, and from that I can say ABC are collinear. Okay, please try to understand these two proofs. If any doubt you ask me, then I will prove the second statement. If some part of the board is there is a glare or something, you tell me, I can change the position, or if you are able to manage, because somewhere other glare will come, only where glare will come can change it. This collinearity and later on coplanarity will discuss a little more. In the beginning, some people have a little confusion. You have to just hold on for 1 or 2 days. As we do some questions, we will get a better clarity. Okay, everybody completed? Yeah. Okay, let us see for the second statement how to prove this. Here these are not given, we have to prove. What is already given is they are collinear. Okay. So in this also again we can do two methods. If really points A, B, C are collinear, then C will divide AB in some ratio, or B will divide AC in some ratio, anything is okay. Let B divides AC in the ratio lambda is to mu, you can take, lambda is to 1, you can take, any ratio you take, not an issue. If they are collinear, some point will divide other two lines in some ratio, external or internal, doesn't matter. Then I should be able to write based on the section formula B bar equal to lambda C bar plus 1 into A bar by lambda plus 1. Okay. Now bring this lambda plus 1 here and send to the other side. What will come? 1 into A bar minus of lambda plus 1 into B bar plus lambda C bar equal to 0. So if they are collinear, point B will divide AC in some ratio, either internal or external. I am calling that as lambda is to 1. If lambda is positive internal ratio, lambda is negative external ratio. Applied section formula, bring this one here, send to that side. Now what is A bar coefficient? 1. Sorry, yeah. A bar coefficient is 1 and B bar coefficient is minus of lambda plus 1 and C bar coefficient is lambda. You can see there some. So you can call this as LA bar plus MB bar plus NC bar equal to 0 bar, and what is L plus M plus N? L is 1, M is minus of lambda plus 1 and N is lambda and it is 0. Okay. The points are really given to me. I can tell what is this number, what is this number, what is this number, but definitely their sum will be 0. Okay. I am arranging this. Anybody needs more time? Okay. So method 2 for the same statement to prove second statement. If really ABC are collinear, then definitely AB bar is parallel to BC bar. That means definitely I can write AB bar is equal to some lambda into BC bar, or I can write lambda AB bar plus mu AC bar equal to 0. Whenever two vectors are parallel, some real number into first vector, some real number into second vector, where both are not simultaneously 0, fine. When I open this, what will come? AB bar is OB minus OA, which is B bar minus A bar. AC bar is OC bar minus OA bar, which is C bar minus A bar equal to 0. When I expand this, I will get minus lambda minus mu into A bar plus lambda B bar plus mu C bar equal to 0. Again, you can see whenever they are collinear, definitely there exists some numbers lambda mu where A bar coefficient, B bar coefficient, C bar coefficient sum is 0. You can see that. So again, we got LA bar plus MB bar plus NC bar equal to 0 bar, and L plus M plus N is minus lambda minus mu plus lambda plus mu, which is 0. All right, clear everybody? Anybody still copying this? Today people are not so responsive. All right. Now coplanarity vectors, different vectors in a plane and some relations between them. Okay. Let us say I have a vector a bar here and another vector b bar. This is the point that I want to make here is you take any combination of these two. Take 2a bar plus 5b bar, 20a bar plus 5b bar, minus 3a bar plus minus b bar, or a bar minus 2b bar. You take some real number into a bar, some real number into b bar. Then we'll cover all the vectors in this plane. But if somebody asks you there is a C bar like this which is not on the board, which is in the space, you cannot express C bar as a linear combination of A and B. That is not possible. Okay. So you take a linear combination of A and B, it will cover all the vectors in this board. Or you take any vector in this board, it is possible to write as a linear combination of A and B. Okay. For example, if you want to know what is 5a bar plus 2b bar, extend this 5 times, extend this double, construct the parallelogram, and this diagonal will be what? 5a bar plus 2b bar, isn't it? Yeah. Well, if you want to go backward, I will double this. Okay, that is minus 2a bar, and opposite this minus b bar. When I take combination of these two, construct the parallelogram and take the resultant, that will be minus 2a bar minus b bar. Or I will take this minus 2a bar and this 3 times 3b bar and construct the parallelogram and take the resultant. That will be minus 2a bar plus 3b bar, that will be this. Okay. So you can see some number into a bar, some number into b bar is covering different directions in the board, and it will cover everything, every direction and every size. Okay. Now the other statement that I said, you take any vector in this board or in this plane, it can be written as a combination of A and B. How is that? Let us say this is A bar and this is B bar, and this vector, somebody is asking you to express this in terms of these two vectors. Okay. So what to do? Through this point and through this point, parallel to this, draw lines. Okay. Next, through this point, parallel to this, draw some lines. Let us say one line is like this, one line is like this. Now this is a parallelogram where there is a diagonal. This definitely parallel to a bar, so it is to a multiple of a bar. Maybe it is 3a bar by 5. This one is definitely parallel to b bar. Maybe it is 2.2 b bar. Okay. Now this plus this is this. So 3a bar by 5 plus 2.2 b bar is the required vector. If somebody says express a vector this vector in terms of a and b, no problem. Parallel to a bar, draw 2 lines here. Parallel to b bar, draw 2 lines. Identify this vector in terms of a bar, this vector in terms of b bar, add them, will get this vector. What is this vector in terms of a bar? Reverse direction, so maybe it is minus 3a bar. This is in the same direction, maybe it is 3 by 2 b bar. This plus this is this, so minus 3a bar plus 3 by 2 b bar. So I am able to express this as a combination of a and b. So are you clear that if you know two vectors in the plane a and b, some real number into a bar plus some real number into b bar, as you change those real numbers, it will cover all the vectors in this board. Is it clear? Okay. And almost same statement, any vector in this plane can be expressed as some real number into a bar and some real number into b bar without any exception. Okay, now this is the main reason where we use I and j. One may ask why they have to talk about I and j, is that if you want to talk about all the vectors in xy plane, let us fix two vectors. So one we fixed as a unit vector along x axis, another we fixed a unit vector along y axis. Now we can see every other vector will be some multiple of I plus some multiple of j. That's why the general vector in 2D plane we call xi plus yj. Is it clear? Yeah. It is not that vector algebra means in day one only I have to talk about Isaac. No. After understanding this coplanarity concept, I have to understand that if I want to describe any vector in a plane, I should first of all fix two vectors in the plane so that every other vector in the plane can be described in terms of them. But that's why they fix I and j, because it is quite obvious to take unit vectors, and if they are perpendicular, it is more easy. If somebody says I want this vector in terms of I and j, very simple, just drop perpendicular here, you got a parallelogram which is also rectangle. This is a multiple of I, maybe 5i, this is a multiple of j, maybe 3j, so this point is 5i plus 3j.